You have enormous potential sitting in front of you. He may be watching sports or doom scrolling his phone, but you have the potential to call out the leader in him. You are not to criticize your husband, but pray for him, speak life over him, talk gently to him. You do not know what he goes through or understand his burdens.
Welcome to Prefect Report, where faith, family, and freedom meet. I'm Pieter Jooste, your host on a journey through life's vital topics. Join me as we explore inspiring stories, practical insights, and meaningful conversations that matter most to you. Let's dive into faith, strengthen our families, and celebrate freedom together. This is Prefect Report.
On the 30th of April, I had a recurring dream that I had a Ferrari standing in my driveway. But every time I want to get in and take it for a drive, I can't because the person who was supposed to do the initial prep didn't do his job. And now the car was standing, losing its potential. Here a car was standing with all this enormous potential going to waste because of one person. It was also going to waste and losing its value at the same time because it wasn't being used. This is supposed to be a correction, but let me explain what I keep hearing in the Spirit. Wives are created by the Lord to be an aid to their husbands. If they keep doing their own thing, or if they keep missing the mark, their husbands will never reach the potential God has for them. You as a precious wife have such an important job to do, but it is not to do your own thing. You have this enormous potential you are created to help get prepared and running, and without it, your life will also not reach its full potential. It's a team effort, but it's not about you. In the same way, our lives also have no meaning if we are not living it about our Heavenly Father's business and use it to help spread His kingdom in the earth. But if we instead use it only for the concern of gathering for the cares of this life and the anxiety of taking care of our temporary needs down here, then we will thwart the opportunity to ready ourselves for eternity and our journey with God. Our life represents the Ferrari, a car with amazing potential, but worthless standing idle, trying to get people's attention with, but yet unable to leave or even to get it to idle. So, this is about husbands and wives, but also about us being the bride of Christ and getting ready, because we are about to take off. A husband can only truly love his wife if he is submitted to Christ, but sometimes he may appear unloving to a wife that is mostly only interested in her own business while ignoring his. But if a husband only serves Christ with half a heart and he also has side interests while not fully being invested in God's will and not putting Christ first, then he too won't have the capacity to love and serve his wife his best. Wives, submit to your husbands. You have enormous potential sitting in front of you. He may be watching sports or doom scrolling his phone, but you have the potential to call out the leader in him. You are not to criticize your husband, but pray for him, speak life over him, talk gently to him. You do not know what he goes through or understand his burdens. I tend to think and believe that women don't care about the pain men experience because of what can possibly be worse than giving birth. But men experience pain on a different level. Now, being a true follower of Christ means dying to yourselves. So it is in marriage. You need to die to yourselves in order to love and serve your spouse. It's not always the rosy picture we see in Hollywood. There's often heartache and sacrifice involved. I heard this story from a famous preacher of how a well-known healing evangelist came to Christ, who said to his wife, who at the time got radically saved and turned on for Jesus, "Don't go to that meetings. If I see you go to that meetings one more time, you will sleep outside." Well, his wife took him up on that offer, and albeit it being in the dead of winter, when he came to look for her the next morning upon opening the door, she got up, dusted herself off, and asked him in a happy tone, "Good morning, honey, what would you like for breakfast?" Now, it would be incredibly disingenuous if this story was made up, but I heard true stories of spouses doing things far worse and yet turn into triumph. Now, I am not advocating for women to tolerate certain behaviors and vice versa. Scripturally, there are limits to which Jesus would not command us to tolerate, such as infidelity or physical abuse. But God has made provision for reconciliation in every case where we have deemed it proper, and we lean into Christ's forgiveness and grace so hard that we are willing to take that plunge of trust that Christ's love can compel even the hardest heart in the most difficult cases, if we choose to reach out in radical grace and we have paid a price to walk with God on that level. In truth, this might not be far-fetched to do. I mean, Jesus doesn't expect us to unfairly tolerate and remain in abusive situations if we can be free. But hear me out. Every day we die to self in order to follow Christ. We remain friendly to a prideful and difficult colleague at work. We love a disrespectful family member or a child. We forgive a business partner for a deal that went south. Forgiveness is a part of growth in our Christian walk. If Jesus forgave us, who are we to not forgive others, especially those we wouldn't expect to hurt us, like a spouse? God calls us to love the unlovable.
Fill me out with your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game.